am Ashley Gaskins, and I serve as the 2017-2018 Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. Today, we were able to train with the United States Marine Corps as we learned leadership and development along with discipline and hard work ethics.
So I want you to blast me back. We understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's not it. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's still not it. We understand?
Yes.
Now we're getting it. We understand that?
Yes.
Everywhere we go, speed and intensity. We understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'd say the most challenging moment would be the relay obstacle course type thing where you had to pull your partner back and the bear crawl. I would say that was really challenging.
We're both from Washington, so the heat is not really very good for us. So it was really nice because our whole team came together and we all did all of the obstacle courses together. Nobody got left behind. And anytime anyone was kind of stranded or striving behind everybody, the whole team went by and helped them.
I think we learned to help
our minds together.
Yeah. Help each other out.
Yeah.
But definitely pushing a teammate when they're going down. Telling them they can do it, encouraging words.
We're always fast on the team, right?
No team.
Welcome to FSUBroncos Sports Network. Tonight will be the CIAA opener, and I will be one of the commentators, Kiana Smith, for the women's basketball matchup, FSUBroncos versus Chowan University Hawks for the second game of tonight's doubleheader alongside Brian Barber. Fayetteville State enters the game tonight with a 4-3 record overall, including a 3-1 home record. This will be a rematch between the two. Last they met was during a Thanksgiving Classic hosted by our very own right here in Felton J. Capel Arena. Chowan walked away from their last meeting with a W of 73-55 over the Broncos. Tonight, though, the Broncos will need to play with intensity, focus, and strategy in order to beat the Hawks. So far this season, the Broncos have been playing with all three of these. Their defense has been intense against competitors from tip-off, normally starting in a full-court press and focusing after they rattle the team's offense and do their job converting the turnovers they force and convert those into baskets. Some exciting Broncos to watch are Jamisha Mosley, the senior transfer from Kentucky State, averaging 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, and she shoots 52% from the field. Chantel Bennett, a sophomore guard from Durham, averaging 11 points per game. Her shot falls 57% from the field and 50% from behind the arc. And Yakima Clifton, she's averaging 8 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. She also leads her team in assists, steals, and blocks.
Absolutely, and I am your other commentator, Brian Barber, and definitely, as we talk about for the Broncos, Yakima Clifton, and most importantly, Chantel Bennett. Chantel knows how to definitely come in, as the kids these days would say, clutch when she has to play. But on the other side, you definitely have to look at, I remember the last time these two teams met was at the Thanksgiving Classic. Mariah Coker definitely came in as a well-pointed player for Chowan, and also Diamond Crenshaw came as an underrated player, but proved to be very crucial for the Hawks.
Absolutely. So since the Thanksgiving Classic, I don't know. I know that the Broncos should plan on leaving Felton J. Capel Arena better tonight. Better meaning with the W against them, because the last time they got beat with over 20 points, 73-55.
Absolutely. That last game was very distinctive, and you can talk about how throughout the entire Thanksgiving Classic, Chowan probably dominated almost any team they came across, and they dominated when they came against Fayetteville State. And now this time, Fayetteville State had a bit of close to a month to recover, and now they're going to try and figure out how they can rebound and re-attack Chowan to try and come away with the W here today.
And they've been doing really good against other teams, so it's going to be good to see them put that up against a team that they lost to previously.
Absolutely, and I think one thing Fayetteville State has come to do is they've become more of a gelled team. They've been able to work together as a team more. You have some new players coming out on the team, like, for example, Kayla Robinson has shown in the past couple of games that she's going to be able to put some extra points on the board for the Broncos as well. And we have also Chi-Chi Matawebenham. She always comes in when she needs to improve, so she can be a very hard blocker for the Broncos as well.
And then we also have the transition, Yakima Clifton. She's coming off of the bench, and she's going to be starting, or she normally starts. Is she starting tonight? She is starting tonight. So she's transitioning from being an off-the-bench player to a starter, and she's doing a very good job at that. just adding to what she leads her teams in.
And another transition that we definitely have to talk about is the possible return of Courtney Best, returning possibly throughout today's game against Chowan. Courtney has been out so far with the injury, and even last season she was completely out with the injury. So we're going to look forward to a lot today. Definitely a lot going on. Chowan will take on our Fayetteville State Broncos.
Yes, so we're down to about a minute before tip-off. This should be very exciting. Thank you all for tuning in, and let's go Broncos.
For 150 years, Fayetteville State University has promoted educational excellence in North Carolina, the nation, and the world. Our legacy of excellence continues with our participation in the United Negro College Fund Career Pathways Initiative. Thanks to this project, faculty and staff are working together to implement integrated curricular and co-curricular experiences that will inspire and empower our students to define and control their futures.
Bronco Career Launch, forging a path to 21st century careers. Fayetteville State University is proud to be one of the 30 colleges selected as a planning grant awardee for the United Negro College Fund's New Career Pathways Initiative.
Career Services Everywhere serves as the overarching theme for the proposed campus culture change and will be the foundation of the program, creating more informed, career-minded students and expanding the institution's capacity to meet student needs.
The Career Pathways Planning Grant engages the community and creates pathways to successful 21st century careers.
Faculty Connections will allow FSU to fully engage faculty in the alignment of academics with the needs of the workforce. It will also place faculty at the core of building greater connective tissue between
Hudson.
Mic test 1, 2.
University.
Starting for Chowan University tonight for the Chowan University Hawks is going to be number 2, Chantel Roberts. She is a guard standing at 5'8", hailing from Suffolk, Virginia. Number 4, Jada Lee. She is also a guard standing at 5'6". She hails from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Number 5, Mariah Coker. She's also a player to watch. She's a sophomore guard, standing at 5'4", hailing from Portsmouth, Virginia. Number 24, Diamond Crenshaw. She's also a player to watch. Yakima Clifton and Jamisha Mosley can look forward to defending her. She is a forward, standing at 6 foot, hailing from Burke, Virginia. And number 32, Joanne Williams. She's a guard, standing at 5'8", also hailing from Norfolk, Virginia.
And forward, a 5'9" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina, wearing number 32, Danica Lucas. Your Lady Broncos are coached by Serena King-Coleman. Assistant coaches Tyrese Brown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Fayetteville State Broncos begins with number 3, Jamisha Mosley, the forward senior from Oak Grove, Kentucky, and also number 11, Yakima Clifton, the guard, the junior from Durham, North Carolina, and also number 14, Chantel Bennett, the sophomore from Sanford, North Carolina, and number 21, Chi-Chi Madwavenham, the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, playing at center, and finally, the freshman forward from Raleigh, North Carolina, Danica Lucas, will start here for the Broncos, and that is your starting lineup for your Fayetteville State Broncos.
And for tip-off, we have Chi-Chi going up against Diamond Crenshaw. And Crenshaw gets the tip-off. Chowan with first possession.
And one thing to definitely watch for here is the defense of the Broncos, very close up, and they're going to have to watch out for the strong ball movement of Chowan here. As you can definitely tell here in the early stages, Chowan is going to get that ball moving around as much as possible to try and fasten this pace up.
Good defensive board, Danica Lucas. She comes out with the first defensive board of the game here tonight. Chantel Bennett will control the ball for the Broncos to get the offense going. This will be their first possession of the game.
And the Broncos going to look to slow down the pace here. Chi-Chi goes for the pass, no good.
Mariah Coker to number 4, Jada Lee. The shot is no good. Danica Lucas comes out with a defensive board and a drive. She will not get a fall. The ball will go out of bounds, and Chowan will come out with the possession.
And as you can definitely see here in the early stages, the pace is fastened very quickly, and Chowan is looking to control this pace throughout the early stages of the matchup to try and get the Broncos tired, because that is where Chowan will specialize.
So right now we see head-up defense, man-to-man defense for the Broncos. A lot of boxing out. Good box out and rebound, Chi-Chi M. Chantel brings the ball up the sideline to the wing. Let's try to get an offense going. I like that they're feeding it to Chi-Chi M. Just couldn't convert on that possession. Chowan will take possession. And to Crenshaw. Jamisha Mosley with her hands up. A foul was called. A jump ball was called.
Possession goes to the Lady Broncos.
Chantel Bennett will bring the ball up for the Broncos.
And here come the Lady Broncos. Going to look to slow down the pace a little bit just to try and set their offense up somewhat. And as we talked about earlier, now Chi-Chi coming back out of the paint to try and set things up.
She rolls to the basket and it's good.
There we go. First points on the board of today's game go to number 21, Chi-Chi Matawavenham, and 2 points on the board here for the Broncos.
That was a very beautiful screen and go. I like that. Good defense, Chantel.
Chowan looking to fasten the pace up here once again.
Now what we need to make sure or remember to do is make sure that we're boxing out. A traveling call was called on number 2, Chantel Roberts, but like I was trying to say, what we need to do is make sure that we're focusing on boxing out and getting those rebounds, because that's where our foundation of our game comes from, making sure that we're active and we're under the basket getting those rebounds.
Absolutely. A lot of lost points can happen because of lost rebounds there, and it can be influential, especially coming off of our last game when we lost by 18 points. Rebounding can close that gap and get this game won.
Ball's out of bounds. Possession goes to the Hawks.
That was a mix-up under the basket. The ball rolled out of bounds, and it will be Chowan's possession. Number 5, Mariah Coker will control the ball for the Hawks. Little stop and pop for number 14, Danielle Weldon. She can't get it to go.
And down
Yakima
comes
Clifton and Jamisha Mosley for a left-hand layup. She can't get it to go, but she'll go to the free throw line.
Hawks foul on number 4, Jade Lee. That's her first, team first.
And one thing we definitely have to watch for is the discipline of Chowan, because Chowan is not going to be a team to foul off very often. So whenever they do, the Broncos are definitely going to have to watch for it and capitalize.
Unfortunately, Jamisha Mosley was unable to do what she needed to do at the free throw line. And number 2, Chantel Roberts, was able to answer her on the other end, putting 2 points on the board for the Hawks here in tonight's matchup.
Oh, Jamisha Mosley out there in the paint. Jamisha Mosley almost comes away with it. Danica comes away with the rebound until a jump ball is called. Wow. Chowan showing some very strong aggressiveness here in the early going.
We knew they were going to be aggressive, though. They're a very aggressive team. Their overall record so far is 9-1. They did lose their first conference game, and this is their second. And, yeah. So they are a very aggressive team, and then, like you said, last time they were here, they did beat us by over 10 points. So we should expect for it to be a very aggressive contest between the Broncos and the Hawks.
And I think the thing to watch for here is that it's at home. That's really important here for the Broncos. It's really important to try and not lose here at home, especially inside of Felton J. Cable Arena. So coming off of that loss by 18 points during the last game, the Broncos definitely have to try and make up for it here in today's matchup and should try and erase that memory. Diamond Crenshaw coming out with the points
This is
there.
good for number 24, Diamond Crenshaw.
Skip pass to Danica Lucas. She's being guarded.
Hello, I am Ashley Gaskins, and I serve as the 2017-2018 Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. Today, we were able to train with the United States Marine Corps as we learned leadership and development along with discipline and hard work ethics.
So I want you to blast me back. We understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's not it. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's still not it. We understand?
Yes.
Now we're getting it. We understand that?
Yes.
Everywhere we go, speed and intensity. We understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I say the most challenging moment would be the relay obstacle course type thing where you had to pull your partner back and
Hello, I am Ashley Gaskins, and I serve as the 2017-2018 Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. Today, we were able to train with the United States Marine Corps as we learned leadership and development along with discipline and hard work ethics.
So I want you to blast me back. We understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's not it. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's still not it. We understand?
Yes.
Now we're getting it. We understand that?
Yes.
Everywhere we go, speed and intensity. We understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I say the most challenging moment would be the relay obstacle course type thing where you had to pull your partner back and the bear crawl. I would say that was really challenging.
We're both from Washington, so the heat is not really very good for us. So it was really nice because our whole team came together and we all did all of the obstacle courses together. Nobody got left behind. And anytime anyone was kind of stranded or striving behind everybody, the whole team went by and helped them.
I think we learned to help
Keep our minds together.
Yeah, help each other out.
Yeah.
But definitely pushing a teammate when they're going down. Telling them they can do it, encouraging words.
We're always fast on the team, right?
No team.
Welcome to FSUBroncos Sports Network. Tonight will be the CIAA opener, and I will be one of the commentators, Kiana Smith, for the women's basketball matchup, FSUBroncos versus Chowan University Hawks for the second game of tonight's doubleheader alongside Brian Barber. Fayetteville State enters the game tonight with a 4-3 record overall, including a 3-1 home record. This will be a rematch between the two. Last they met was during a Thanksgiving Classic hosted by our very own right here in Felton J. Capel Arena. Chowan walked away from their last meeting with a W of 73-55 over the Broncos. Tonight, though, the Broncos will need to play with intensity, focus, and strategy in order to beat the Hawks. So far this season, the Broncos have been playing with all three of these. Their defense has been intense against competitors from tip-off, normally starting in a full-court press and focusing after they rattle the team's offense, converting the turnovers they force and convert those into baskets. Some exciting Broncos to watch are Jamisha Mosley, the senior transfer from Kentucky State, averaging 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, and she shoots 52% from the field. Chantel Bennett, a sophomore guard from Durham, averaging 11 points per game. Her shot falls 57%.
She's going to play with 110% every single game.
She just picked up 2 fouls back-to-back, so she will get a substitution. Number 24, Destiny Gainey, will come in for Courtney Best. Wow, nice look.
Great rebound there by Noni Kumba. She looks to take it down the court. And And as we continue to talk about rebounding is key here for the Broncos. But it's just capitalizing off of each rebound that we get. So far, we have the lead by 10-6, but we're going to have to be able to maintain it and keep it by getting those rebounds, keeping that strong offensive defense kind of.
Miranda Hinton for a 3. She can't get it, but Michelle Gainey was able to get a hand on it and tip it back to Destiny Gainey. Then back to her teammate.
Great job there. Almost Destiny Gainey.
Good offensive board, though. Very aggressive, Destiny, not giving up. That's all right, at least she's not giving up, though.
Absolutely. No giving up here for the Broncos. And as we definitely know, the Broncos are a very strong-willed team. They will not give up until the last second is done. And even the last time these two teams met, even though the Broncos were down by close to 18 points, they were not going to give up. They were going to fight until the last second was gone. So that's definitely one thing we can look forward to here every time the Lady Broncos play.
Miranda Hinton will drive and kick it out to her teammate. Back to Destiny Gainey for a top of the key 3.
Noni Kumba comes away with the rebound and gets the 2 points. Great rebound there by Noni Kumba, able to capitalize and get those extra points on the board. And Chowan's going to look to recover. Rebound once again by the Broncos. Destiny Gainey comes away with it. She's going to drive it down court.
That was close. That was
almost thought that would have backcourt.
Almost. Brianna Jones for a 3.
Almost. Mariah Cook able to come away with the rebound there.
Michelle
Great
Gainey.
steal.
Very active hands. Noni Kumba yelling for her teammates to be streaking down the court so that she can give them a chance to try to lay it in, easy lay in.
Absolutely.
And that's good that she at least has her eyes open looking for her teammates.
Absolutely. Noni Kumba again give the Broncos a chance to set up their offense here just to kind of get it strategized and be able to put those extra points on the board and just kind of throw Chowan off of their game because so far Chowan's not expecting what the Broncos are throwing at them right now.
Shot clock running down. Brianna Jones will try again. She can't get it.
Now, one thing I did notice in that last shot was that there was no Bronco in the paint at all during that shot there. There was no Bronco there to try and get the rebound. All of them were already halfway down the court, ready for what Chowan was going to bring back. 15 seconds left here on the shot clock.
To Brianna Jones in the corner. She finds Miranda Hinton, and she pulls up. She's unable to get it to go, and the Hawks are.
And one thing you can definitely notice here is a change of pace in the beginning.
Number 14, Danielle Weldon. Able to put some points on the board for the Hawks.
Absolutely, but what I was just talking about is the change of pace, and we'll definitely talk about that as soon as we get back from the timeout.
For all the up-to-date information about Fayetteville State athletics, visit the official FSU Athletic website at www.
The FSU Athletic Club is a membership-driven organization with added fundraising activities throughout the year to support and help fund all athletic programs at the university. As a member, you are eligible for priority access for games, tickets, and reserved seating for all home football and basketball games. To find out more information about the FSU Athletic Club, visit the club page at fsuathleticClub.com or contact the athletic club president, Mr. Larry McDonald, and become a member today.
And we are back from the timeout here. The Broncos will begin with possession as Miranda Hinton passes into Brianna Jones. But one thing I did want to talk about just before we headed to that timeout was the change of pace. In the early going, Chowan was going fast-paced and trying to get the Broncos off of the game. But now it seems like the Broncos have gained control of the pace, and they're controlling the game.
Good look to Jamisha Mosley. Noni Kumba down there fighting to get a chance at a rebound. The Hawks will come out with the rebound, though, to Mariah Coker for the side for a 3, and it is good.
Number 5, Mariah Coker.
This is the first time that the Hawks will take the lead by 2 here in the first quarter. 12-14, the Hawks lead.
And one thing we're definitely going to have to watch for is to make sure that the Hawks do not extend their lead, because once they get it, they would look to extend it as much as possible. And the Broncos are definitely going to have to look to watch for that here in today's matchup.
You are absolutely right. And a drive by Michelle Gainey. Wow. Traveling was called. Hawks trying to make the best out of the last couple of seconds of the first quarter. No Nikumba streaking down the court. And a pass to Jamisha Mosley. It is good, and a blocking foul is called. She'll go to the line for a chance to make this a three-point play.
And there is the and one, so to speak.
Hawks foul on number 4, Jada Lee. That's her second. Team second. On the line, shooting +1 for the Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley. Into the game for the Hawks, number 21, Kayla Henderson.
Good job by Jamisha Mosley to be able to handle business at the free throw line and tie up the score right before halftime. It is now 14-14, and the game is tied.
Definitely a lot of things to watch for here in today's matchup. Chowan looked to fasten the pace up, but the Broncos were able to gain the lead and slow it down and take control of this game. Definitely a lot to watch for here throughout today's matchup.
For academic and athletic excellence for over a century. A crown jewel rooted in tradition, leadership, and community, the CIAA continues to educate and empower the future leaders of tomorrow. Through our commitment to academics, our support of the community, our enhancement of the student-athlete experience, and the engagement of our alumni and fans. A legacy that began over 100 years ago continues to impact the generations of today. We're all CIAA for life.
But this is the start of the second quarter for the second game of the doubleheader conference matchup against the Hawks and the Broncos here in Felton J. Capel Arena. Danica Lucas driving to the basket for the Broncos. A foul was not called, and the ball rolled out of bounds. The possession will go to Chowan University Hawks.
We will let you make up for it, but I definitely think we were heading to I was confused as well. I definitely thought we were heading to a half here, but we are heading into the second quarter of action here. We're tied at 14-14. Chowan currently has possession, and they're going to look to regain possession here. Mariah Coker on the outside. Oh, Mariah Coker.
Second three-pointer of the game tonight.
Great shot there by Mariah Coker, and definitely we talked about her earlier because she is one of our Hawks players to watch because she averages 12 points per game. And
Chantel Bennett trying to respond. She cannot. And number 24, Diamond Crenshaw, will come out with the defensive board. Wow. Had she been able to control that pass, that would have been a very easy bucket for the Hawks.
Absolutely here. And another key that we're definitely have to watch for.
Wow, good hands,
GGM.
Control. She blocked that drive by Crenshaw.
Another thing we definitely have to watch for here is control of pace.
Sorry, go ahead, you were saying?
Another thing we definitely have to watch for is control of pace and just control of the ball here. As you can see, Chowan kind of slowed down on their ball movement and the pace as well. They came out early, they came out strong, they came out fast, but now they've slowly learned what the Broncos are able to do. And they've slowed down the pace and able to regain control of the ball.
Absolutely. Now,
substitution into the game for the Hawks, number 2, Chantel
coming in
Roberts.
for the Hawks is number 2, Chantel Roberts. And on the floor for the Hawks in its entirety, number 21, Kayla Henderson, number 5, Mariah Coker, number 2, Chantel Roberts, number 24, Diamond Crenshaw, and number 32, Joanne Williams. For our Lady Broncos, number 14, Chantel Bennett, number 11, Yakima Clifton, number 3, Jamisha Mosley, number 21, Chi-Chi M, and number 32, Danica Lucas.
Seems like another full switch out here by both teams.
Very good mix-up.
Absolutely. Another fresh mix-up here for the Broncos and as well as the Hawks. And we'll definitely see
Good
what
rebound,
that does to
Chi-Chi.
both teams' strategies.
Yakima Clifton brings the ball to the sideline to Jamisha Mosley. That was beautiful. That was a layup from her teammate, Jamisha Mosley. That was beautiful. That's what you call thread the needle, because you had some defenders. Yeah.
You call it thread the needle.
Yes.
That is a new one to me.
Yes. Wow, nice drive by number 2, Chantel Roberts for the Hawks in response to Yakima and Jamisha Mosley's beautiful pass. And another drive by Mosley. It's good. And a foul was called, which means Mosley is going to the line.
Another and one, so to speak, here for Jamisha Mosley.
Hawks foul on number 24, Diamond Crenshaw. That's her first, team third. Into the game for the Hawks, number 14, Danielle Weldon. Also in for the Lady Broncos, number 4.
Coming
Brianna
in for the
Jones.
Broncos, number 4.
On the line shooting plus
Brianna
1 for
Jones.
the Lady Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley.
And she takes care of business. Jamisha Mosley is able to convert and make that free throw. Wow, big rebound. Uh-oh. But a turnover right after. It looks like she was trying to get it to her teammate, Brianna Jones, but she threw it right into the hands of number 2, Chantel Roberts.
Great steal there by Chantel Roberts, and Chantel Roberts almost capitalizes with the 3 points there. But
Good
Yakima
rebound,
Clifton able to
Yakima.
come away with the rebound. Brianna Jones looked to drive down court. Brianna Jones almost left wide open there, but a great block by number 14, Danielle Weldon for the Hawks.
And way to not settle on her shot, on her outside shot, because, you know, way to use that IQ and realize that your shot is not falling from outside and decide not to take that shot and drive in, even though you were blocked.
Absolutely there. And another 2 points there by Mariah Coker. Mariah Coker now looking at 8 points, and she averages 12 per game. And we're just in the second quarter, and she is now almost way past the half of her average.
Yakima Clifton trying again behind the arc. She can't get it to go. Mariah Coker will bring the ball up for the Hawks. And she'll try to respond with the 3-point attempt.
Can the Broncos come away with the rebound? Brianna Jones comes away with it. Brianna Jones going to look to drive down court. She passes over to Jamisha.
In and out.
Jump ball is called. Possession goes over to the Hawks.
Jamisha Mosley showing a little bit of frustration there.
Absolutely here, and with a game that this aggressive and with this much potential to it, you know it's going to be a very hard-fought game. It's going to be a very aggressive and a very just kind of emotional game, I would say.
Absolutely. We have a new face for the Hawks in the game. That's number 35, Sydney Neal.
Fresh faces equals fresh strategy here coming in for the Hawks. Foul is called on the way up, and it looks like that foul may be going to Chi-Chi.
Lady Bronco foul on number 21, Chi-Chi Manuebuena. That's her first.
Chi-Chi picks up her first foul here.
On the line for the Hawks, number 35, Sydney Neal.
I'm not even about to try.
And we are back here. Very fast-paced game going on once again. Oh, Chantel Bennett comes away with it.
Wow, showing off her handles. Beautiful, Chantel Bennett.
Great job there by Chantel Bennett. A lot of control here going on by the Broncos.
Brianna Jones telling her teammate Chi M to have a presence down in the paint.
Three seconds left on the shot clock. Chantel goes for it.
Pull it! Almost. Noni Kumba with an offensive board. And a putback. It can't go. Number 2, Chantel Roberts will come out with the ball for the Hawks.
And I guess we found another thing to watch here for the Broncos offense, the shot clock winding down, because it can be easy to kind of not pay attention to it and just kind of get your offense set up, but you do have to be mindful of that potential shot clock violation. Chantel Bennett going to slow the pace down here for the Broncos to give them time to set up the offense here. And the Broncos are going to just have to find a new strategy here, because what they were doing in the past wasn't working.
A carrying violation on number 4, Brianna Jones.
And that will take us to the media timeout. We're looking at 19-25. The Hawks have the lead, but the Broncos are not going to give up and are steadily looking to recover.
The game free throw contest sponsored by Coca-Cola, a proud sponsor of Fayetteville State University Athletics. The contestant will have 2 chances to make a free throw to win a prize.
Over the years, FSU athletics has become synonymous with championships and pride. FSU's vision for athletics is to build upon our rich history by providing our student athletes with a comprehensive athletic experience, which includes a quality education and the tools to be competitive in their respective sport. Our vision has led us to the establishment of the 1,000 Broncos campaign. The 1,000 Broncos is an annual fundraising campaign dedicated to providing scholarship opportunities for deserving student athletes. We look forward to collectively supporting the next generation of Broncos. We need your unconditional support as we pursue becoming one of the premier athletic programs in the country. I proudly serve our student athletes daily. I encourage you to impact a Bronco student athlete by becoming a 1,000 Broncos member. You can find out more about our 1,000 Broncos program by visiting www.FSUBroncos.com.
And we are back from the media timeout. Chowan is currently leaving 25-19. And one thing I do want to point on is that so far the Broncos have only been able to score 5 points in the second quarter.
And although we've seen that Jamisha Mosley was showing a little bit of frustration, she is leading the team right now with total points scored as 7. And the leading scorer for the Chowan Hawks is number 5, Mariah Coker.
As we continue to talk about, Mariah Coker is one of our Hawks to watch. And now coming in for the Broncos, number 23, Kayla Robinson, and number 31, Shaquandra James.
Number 31, Shaquandra James.
And as we can continue to see a lot of fresh switch-outs here by the Broncos, and they're definitely going to have to play to their strategy, because the Broncos are going to have to figure out how they can take advantage of Chowan's offensive strategies here, because so far the Broncos are not looking good either on the offensive side or the defensive side. In the second quarter, they've given up 11 points, but only come away with 5. The Broncos are going to have to look to try and reevaluate and reattack.
That was a
great rebound there by Kayla Robinson.
And before the rebound, it was a good drive by her as well. Wow.
Double dribble.
They called a double dribble, but honestly, I would argue that if I was on the court, if I was playing, I would definitely argue that. I would want my coach to go to bat for me and say that that was not a double dribble.
And another factor, as always, is fouls are definitely going to come into play here for both sides. And as we talked about, even in the last game, fouls became a play. In the last men's game against Chowan and the Broncos, fouls became a play as the seconds winded down.
I'm not sure about that one either. I didn't see her pick up her lead foot.
Just seems like the Broncos are going to have to look to watch for any and every little thing, because, a near three-point attempt there by Kayla Robinson. Kayla Henderson comes away with it. Kayla's back-to-back. Kayla Robinson comes away with it.
There you go. Way to secure Chantel Bennett.
We have some back-to-back. Kayla's making some plays here for both teams.
Brianna Jones with the ball on the wing. She'll drive. It's no good, but Shaquandra James was there.
And as you can start to see here, the Broncos are starting to fasten the pace up, and Chowan is looking to try and match it as well.
Now we are starting to have a presence under the basket. I see that we are rebounding a lot more than we were at the tip-off.
Absolutely here. And as we continue to talk about, rebounding is a major factor in this game, especially against the Hawks.
And coming back in for the Lady Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley, and number 11, Yakima Clifton. Coker being guarded by Clifton. She'll pass it to Chantel Roberts. Diamond Crenshaw faced up against Jamisha Mosley. Wow, foul was called. Crenshaw will go to the line for
Lady
the
Bronco
Hawks.
foul on number 3, Jamisha Mosley. That's her first, team third. On the line shooting 2 for the Hawks, number 24, Diamond Crenshaw.
And currently at the line, Diamond Crenshaw is our main Hawk to watch for today's game because she averages about 19 points per game, and already the Hawks are at 27, and Diamond Crenshaw has proven that she is going to be a major player here for the Hawks. Chantel Bennett going to look to fasten up the pace here, give the Broncos some time to set up their offense. The Broncos got to come up with a fresh strategy to attack the Hawks because so far they're down by 9. They've only gotten just about 5 points in the second quarter and haven't scored since we came back from that last media timeout. They've got to figure out a way to re-strategize and re-energize their offensive.
We're getting the putbacks. We're getting the rebounds. We just need to make sure that we are actually making those buckets so that we can have some points on the board.
And so far, at least we're rebounding well. We have to be able to capitalize on each thing. So far, the fouls have become a factor here, and so far the rebounds have started to become a factor. We can get the rebounds. We can get the steals. We need to get the points on the other end. Chantel Bennett going to drive down.
Bennett. She drives to put more buckets, more points on the board for the Broncos. It is now 21-28, and they are only trailing by 7 points here in the first half.
There we go. Real quick turnaround there by the Broncos. They're going to look to have to turn it around really quickly as we only have 1 minute left here in the half. As you can see, the defense coming back in for the Broncos there. Great job. Broncos come away with it. Kayla Robinson gets the steal.
Looking for her teammate. She finds Chantel Bennett. Chantel Bennett to Jamisha Mosley. She can't get it to go, but she stayed in 5. And she was able to get the jump ball.
Substitution back into the game for the Lady Broncos, number 21.
Coming in for the Broncos is going to be number 21, Chichi M. for Shaquandra James. One day I'm going to be able to pronounce her last name, but right now I cannot do it. So she will be Chichi M.
My apologies, Chichi. Your last name is Mataway-Bunham.
And good job, Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi Mataway, but I'm coming away with the points there for the Broncos as we're now looking now.
Wow. A charge was called on number 12, Jordan Petaway. And Broncos will take possession here in the last couple of seconds of the second quarter.
32 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. The Broncos are down by 5, and they're going to look to have to close this gap just before we head into the half. And one thing that I would definitely be saying, going into the half, when you come back out, you're going to have to learn how to re-control the ball here because Chowan is able to lose control of the ball but regain control of the pace and then regain control of the lead very quickly. So going into the half here for the Broncos, they're going to have to look to try and attack it and try and figure it out, especially how to leave not wide open shots just like that.
Wow.
5 seconds left to go.
Deep 3 for Kayla Robinson. And wow, way to be clutch for your teammates, man. That was a beautiful deep 3 by Kayla Robinson, number 23. And we are going into halftime just down by 4 points. The Hawks 30, the Broncos 26.
Great job there by Kayla Robinson with a final buzzer beater three-pointer. We will see you guys after the half. Stay tuned for more CIAA action and more action from the Broncos and the Hawks.
Hello, I am Ashley Gaskins, and I serve as the 2017-2018 Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. Today, we were able to train with the United States Marine Corps as we learned leadership and development along with discipline and hard work ethics.
So I want you to blast me back. We understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's not it. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's still not it. We understand?
Yes.
Now we're getting it. We understand that?
Yes.
Everywhere we go, speed and intensity. We understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I say the most challenging moment would be the relay obstacle course type thing where you had to pull your partner back and the bear crawls. I'm gonna say that was really challenging.
We're both from Washington, so the heat is not really very good for us. So it was really nice because our whole team came together and we all did all of the obstacle courses together and nobody got left behind. And anytime anyone was kind of stranded or struggling behind everybody, the whole team went by and helped them.
I think we learned to help
our minds together.
Yeah. Help each other out.
Yeah. It's at the same time.
But definitely pushing a teammate when they're going down. Telling them they can do it, encouraging words.
We're all as fast as we can, right?
No team's gonna make it without each other.
One thing I like about the Marines today, and I learned, was it's a lot of team stuff where everything is one cadence, one team, one everything like that, and that's something that I feel like our team should do this year.
The positive thing that I got out of this experience is learning how to respect authority, because when you didn't do what the Marines asked or when they were yelling at you and you got a little frazzled and didn't say the right thing, you had to run, and that's really good for sports because there's a lot of times where your coach is yelling at you, you need to figure out what you need to be doing, and you don't have time to just think and try to do all these other things, you just have to do it.
We had some Marines come out and give their time, which we can't thank them enough for that. We had in-class seminars, and then unfortunately for us, we had some physical fitness tests too, and we found out that we're not in very good shape.
In addition to the physical activity, we partook in a leadership course, which basically underlined the importance of our ethics as student athletes and student leaders, along with how we translate that to the rest of our team.
You got 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Class really touched me because Adam here, we had an incident at a golf tournament last year, and what we were talking about is, would we sacrifice our teammate, or would we sacrifice ourselves, or would we go down together? Mainly, my perspective on that I would go down with Adam because Adam had an incident and I was a part of the team, and I would say, I'm going to check on my teammate, I'll be back. Because his health is more important to me than anything else, along with each and every individual on the golf team as well. I put them before myself. We're brothers, so we gotta do what we gotta do.
Now, if you get tired, you can use your legs, get momentum to stand up.
How I can use it in the volleyball career is being a leader on the court and also off the court. If I know one of my teammates isn't doing the correct thing or following the rules, I can help be the leader and tell them to get right back on the right track.
I pretty much learned the same thing off the court, also just making sure that you guys stick together in tough situations. Whether it be on the court, off the court, school, anything like that, but as long as you guys stick together, you'll be able to get through it.
The most important thing that I learned today was to keep strong in my own morals, values, and ethics, because that is my foundation for my success. And if I know that I'm leading to a successful life, I can also lead others to a successful life.
We all have to make sure that we're doing what we need to do, and more importantly, holding ourselves and each other accountable.
My overall experience was actually very positive. I enjoyed the time that I had, being able to talk to the Marines, getting their perspective on discipline and what leadership really is, especially them coming from such a more hard-knocked background. It was very nice to see their perspective, and hopefully I will be able to translate that onto my own athletics team. And remember to always support Bronco athletics. Let's go FSU!
150 years, Fayetteville State University has promoted educational excellence in North Carolina, the nation, and the world. Our legacy of excellence continues with our participation in the United Negro College Fund Career Pathways Initiative. Thanks to this project, faculty and staff are working together to implement integrated curricular and co-curricular experiences that will inspire and empower our students to define and control their futures.
Bronco Career Launch, forging a path to 21st century careers. Fayetteville State University is proud to be one of the 30 colleges selected as a planning grant awardee for the United Negro College Fund's New Career Pathways Initiative.
Career Services Everywhere serves as the overarching theme for the proposed campus culture change and will be the foundation of the program, creating more informed, career-minded students and expanding the institution's capacity to meet student needs.
The Career Pathways Planning Grant engages the community and creates pathways to successful 21st century careers.
Faculty Connections will allow FSU to fully engage faculty in the alignment of academics with the needs of the workforce. It will also place faculty at the core of building greater connective tissue between what is learned in the classroom and what is needed in the workforce.
To better prepare students to graduate career ready, learning in the real world builds on co-curricular experiences and strengthens FSU's development and implementation of the types of programs proven to cultivate desirable, employable skills in students.
Employer pipelines serve to establish stronger connections between our Career Services Office and local and national employers. Acknowledging that it is critical to not only make connections with employers, employer pipelines will better ensure those relationships are cultivated and maintained so that there is a direct impact in increasing student career placement following graduation.
Research will be conducted to expand information gathering from alumni and employers to better understand the outcomes our graduates experience and their preparation perceived by employers.
I'm forging a path to 21st century careers. The Office of Alumni Affairs has identified more than 1,100 corporations via LinkedIn where FSU alumni are currently employed. We'll leverage this knowledge by using the identified corporations and our alumni to strengthen and increase our employer access and outreach efforts. To further capitalize on the number of Fayetteville State alumni networking on LinkedIn and to increase our online presence, FSU will establish a LinkedIn student group called Broncos Connect. This will enable students to connect directly with alumni. Once our students learn how to create LinkedIn profiles, this will maximize their networking opportunity with alumni and prospective employers.
I'm forging the path to 21st century careers.
I'm forging a path to 21st century careers. I'm forging a path to 21st century careers.
I'm forging a path to 21st century careers.
I'm forging a path to 21st century careers.
I'm forging a path to 21st century careers.
The Career Pathways Planning Grant engages the community and creates pathways to successful 21st century careers. We invite all members of the university family to join us as we forge a path that fosters collaboration and provides greater access to resources that fully integrate career preparedness into the academic and co-curricular experience from freshman year to first destination job placement. FSU will submit the grant on October 21st, 2016. Stay tuned as we continue to forge a pathway for 21st century careers.
am Ashley Gaskins, and I serve as the 2017-2018 Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. Today, we were able to train with the United States Marine Corps as we learned leadership and development along with discipline and hard work ethics.
So I want you to blast me back. We understand?
Yes.
Okay, that's not it. Do we understand?
Yes.
That's still not it. We understand?
Yes.
Now we're getting it. We understand that?
Yes.
Everywhere we go, speed and intensity. We understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I say the most challenging moment would be the relay obstacle course type thing where you had to pull your partner back and the bear crawls. I would say that was really challenging.
We're both from Washington, so the heat is not really very good for us. So it was really nice because our whole team came together and we all did all of the obstacle courses together. Nobody got left behind. And anytime anyone was kind of stranded or striving behind everybody, the whole team went by and helped them.
I think we learned to help
our minds together.
Yeah. Help each other out.
Yeah.
But definitely pushing a teammate when they're going down. Telling them they can do it, encouraging words.
We're always fast on the team, right?
No team.
Welcome to FSUBroncos Sports Network. Tonight will be the CIAA opener, and I will be one of the commentators, Kiana Smith, for the women's basketball matchup, FSU Broncos versus Chowan University Hawks for the second game of tonight's doubleheader alongside Brian Barber. Fayetteville State enters the game tonight with a 4-3 record overall, including a 3-1 home record. This will be a rematch between the two. Last they met was during a Thanksgiving Classic hosted by our very own right here in Felton J. Capel Arena. Chowan walked away from their last meeting with a W of 73-55 over the Broncos. Tonight, though, the Broncos will need to play with intensity, focus, and strategy in order to beat the Hawks. So far this season, the Broncos have been playing with all three of these. Their defense has been intense against competitors from tip-off, normally starting in a full-court press and focusing after they rattle the team's offense and do their job converting the turnovers they force and convert those into baskets. Some exciting Broncos to watch are Jamisha Mosley, the senior transfer from Kentucky State, averaging 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, and she shoots 52% from the field. Chantel Bennett, a sophomore guard from Durham, averaging 11 points per game. Her shot falls 57% for 10. So we're doing a good job as far as taking care of the ball there. We have 6 steals. They have 3. Our leading scorer is Jamisha Mosley. Right behind her is Chantel Bennett with 4 points and Chi-Chi M with 4 points. Chowan Hawks' leading scorer is Mariah Coker with 10 points and Chantel Roberts with 6 points. Outside of that, we both have 1 block each. We are shooting 31.6% from the field. They're shooting 37.9. Our points in the paint, we have 20 points from the paint, so that's a very good job for us. They have 12 points. And in our second chance points, we only have 4 points from our second chance shots. And that's something that we're going to have to really key in and focus on here in the second half.
What the Broncos are going to have to do is strategize and control the ball and control the pace of the matchup. Because very quickly the Broncos can gain control, but right as soon as they get it, Chowan is able to recapitalize, re-strategize, take the lead, and take control of the game. Chowan will begin with possession here to start the second half. And the third quarter, Mariah Coker will take it in here for the Hawks.
She is being guarded by Danica Lucas. Wow. Way to step up, Chi-Chi M, and defending that drive by Diamond Crenshaw.
Absolutely here. And another thing we Broncos have to work on is their defense here. We have to work on not being able to let Chowan get so many open shots on us.
Wow.
We're able to just slide through and get a 2-point shot, just like we saw there.
Chantel Bennett controlling the ball for the Broncos.
And one thing definitely to watch right here is the pace.
Wow, number 4.
Jada Lee coming away with it, but Danica Lucas is right behind her.
Way to the defending basket Broncos, and Jamisha Mosley was there to get the defensive board and bring it up the court for the Broncos. Very good job, Broncos, not giving up on that play.
I will say great job to Danica Lucas. Danica Lucas did not give up on that play at all. When Jada Lee broke away, Danica Lucas was right behind her, rushing to make sure she would get the block. And even when Diamond Crenshaw was able to get the rebound, Danica Lucas was right there to get the block, and Jamisha Mosley was able to capitalize, get the steal for the Broncos.
Lady Bronco foul on number 21.
Chichi M has just picked up another foul for the Broncos.
And that will be the first foul for the Broncos here in the third quarter.
Coming in to give Danica Lucas a break, number 4, Brianna Jones.
Oh, Jamisha Mosley getting the block there.
Jamisha Mosley to take the charge for the Broncos.
Offensive foul on number 24, Diamond Crenshaw.
Very good charge, Jamisha.
That's their third personal foul, first of the quarter.
Broncos going to look to set up their offense here, strategize and trying to figure out how they can get Chowan off of their game to close this lead.
Jamisha Mosley back out to Brianna Jones. She's off the mark.
Chichi almost unable to come away with the rebound there. The Broncos, oh, great block there by Chantel Bennett and Brianna Jones. But the Broncos got to come away with the rebound. Brianna Jones comes away with it. And here we go. The Broncos come away with the rebound, but let's see if they're able to capitalize and get those points on the board.
Very good drive, very aggressive drive by Brianna Jones. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Broncos.
Hawks foul on number 32, Joanne Williams. That's her first, team second.
And another thing we can watch out for, especially as this game starts to get closer to the end, is each team is going to get more aggressive to try and close the lead or extend their lead if you're looking at it from the Hawks side.
And coming in for the Hawks is number 14, Danielle Weldon. She will give Diamond Crenshaw a break for the Hawks. Brianna Jones was able to make the first free throw and not the second. The score is now 27-32. Chowan has possession.
As Mariah Coker comes back out to give Chowan a chance to set up their offense here. Broncos will come away with it.
Possession goes to the Lady Broncos.
Danielle, oh, sorry.
And here we go, a turnover going over for the Broncos. But as we just continue to talk about, the Broncos have to capitalize on each turnover that they get.
And I always thought that that was a little tricky trying to pass in the paint, but that last turnover was Danielle Wedding trying to get the ball to her teammate. If you're already under the basket, I feel like you should just go ahead and take the shot, and your teammate is there to box out and get the rebound if she needs to. Chichi M there to defend the drive by Danielle Weldon.
Shot clock is winding down.
Chantel Roberts will drive. Wow.
Broncos come away with the rebound. Jamisha Mosley comes away with the Mariah Coker right behind her, and Jamisha Mosley will slow down the pace, give the Broncos some time to strategize, get their offense together, and close the gap. They're down by 5 points. They have to close this gap.
Looks like the Broncos are looking to spread the floor a little bit. Good drive, Jamisha. Very aggressive drive by Jamisha Mosley. She will go to the line for the Broncos to shoot too.
Hawks foul on number 14, Danielle Weldon. That's her first, team third. On the line shooting 2 for the Lady Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley.
She can't get the first free throw to fall. There you go, Jamisha Mosley. She's able to get the second free throw to fall. Good block, Chichi M.
Oh, it looks like we're getting aggressive here.
Possession goes to the Lady Broncos.
Looks like we're getting aggressive. It is coming close. We're just 4 points away. The Broncos are down by 4. They have to figure out how to get aggressive, re-strategize, take control of the ball, put the points on the board.
Very good job by tying the ball up, CCM. The Broncos will come out with the possession. So that was good, not giving up on that.
Absolutely here. And as we talked about, even in the last game, the Broncos did not give up, and they're definitely not going to give up with the lead this close.
Yakima Clifton with active hands came out with the steal to her teammate Jamisha Mosley. She can't finish, but she didn't give up either. She was going after that rebound, but Chantel Roberts was able to bring the ball up for the Hawks.
We have to capitalize on such breakaways like that. That could have been very easily, we could have closed the lead down by 2. We have to be able to capitalize on such breakaways and such easy points.
Ball's out of bounds. Possession remains to the Hawks. Substitution into the game for the Hawks.
Coming in for the Hawks is number 35, Sydney Neal. Shot clock winding down for the Hawks. Number 4, Jada Lee will pull a 3 and make it for the Hawks.
With the shot clock winding down, you have to figure out how to strengthen your defense to either get them to throw the ball away or get that shot clock violation, turn the ball over, and make it in your favor. But Yakima Clifton comes away with the 2 points there for the Broncos. We're now still down by 5, but we still have to be able to capitalize on just the little things to get the points on the board.
Beautiful drive by Yakima. Mariah Coker unable to get the 3 to go, and then she turns around and gets a block. However, a foul was called. She was trying to defend number 14, Danielle Weldon. Because the foul was called on Yakima, she'll go to the line after we come back from this media timeout.
Correction, that's her first, team second.
Fayetteville State University is proud to be your smart choice for a high-quality education, nationally ranked degree programs, and an exciting, supportive environment. You will receive an exceptional education at an affordable price. A part of the world-class University of North Carolina system, FSU is an incredible value and a great investment in your future. Visit uncfsu.edu/admissions to arrange a campus tour. We can't wait to meet you.
The CIAA was founded in 1912 and has been a continuous champion for academic and athletic excellence for over a century. A crown jewel rooted in tradition, leadership, and community, the CIAA continues to educate and empower the future leaders of tomorrow through our commitment to academics, our support of the community, our enhancement of the student-athlete experience, and the engagement of our alumni and fans. A legacy that began over 100 years ago continues to impact the generations of today. We're all CIAA for life.
Students are proud to be at Fayetteville State University with a school of business that's ranked one of the best in the nation. FSU is proud to be the only school in our state to achieve top accreditation for its criminal justice program. And we're proud of our nursing majors with a 100% pass rate. All of our undergrad and graduate programs are offered in state-of-the-art facilities. Plus, students can study abroad and research in FSU's Center for Defense and Homeland Security. Visit our website and become a student who's proud to be at Fayetteville State University.
Media timeout. It is 30 Broncos, 35 Hawks.
14, Danielle Weldon.
Good rebound by Yakima Clifton. She'll bring it up the court for the Broncos.
Broncos got to capitalize there. That could have been some easy points to close this gap.
Number 4, Jada Lee will try again. And Yakima Clifton again with the rebound to her teammate, Noni Kumba. She will lose it.
Lady Bronco foul on number 14, Chantel Bennett. That's her first.
That foul was actually on number 12, Noni Kumba.
That's her first.
She was trying to defend after losing the ball to number 4, Jada Lee.
And as you can clearly see, it's just getting very aggressive here as we start to close down the game in this third quarter and as we just start to get closer to the end of the matchup. Neither team is willing to give up. Chowan, even though they have the lead, they're not going to let the Broncos come back and to try and take control of this matchup. But no, the Broncos are down by 6. They're not willing to give up. They're trying to regain control of the matchup and take the lead.
Yakima Clifton trying to give it to her teammate. Courtney Best intercepted the pass. Swung across court to her teammate, Brianna Jones. And Yakima Clifton will step into a 3. She can't get it to go, but Noni Kumba was able to save the ball and get it to her teammate, Brianna Jones. Courtney Best at the apex of the free throw line for a two-pointer. Very good job, Courtney.
Another welcome back gift there for Courtney Best as she puts 2 points on the board for the Broncos and closes the lead down just by 4 here for the Hawks.
Wow, she's tasked with defending number 35, Sydney Lee. That looked like a charge to me, but a charge was not called. Chantel Bennett will drive to the basket for the Broncos. Mariah Coker and Clifton.
Pass is good for Mariah Coker.
Mariah Coker is able to get the easy lay-in. Well, not easy. It was contested, but she was able to get the lay-in for her Lady Hawks.
One thing I will say here is that the Broncos have been able to slow down the Hawks and make sure that this lead is not excessive. This was about the last time the Broncos lost 73-55. Now we're just looking at 32-38 here in the third quarter. The Broncos have been able to slow the Hawks down and to try and slow it down and just try and make sure that they don't take as strong of a lead as they did in their last matchup.
Chantel Bennett was trying to drive against number 35, Sydney Neal, and she was fouled, so she will go to the line. We hope that Chantel Bennett can take care of business and cut their lead down 2 more points.
First point good for Chantel Bennett. Coming in here for the Broncos, number 2, Michelle Gainey, number 10, Miranda Hinton, and coming in for the Hawks, number 32, Joanne Williams, as well as number 12, Jordan Petaway.
Number 32, Joanne Williams.
Very good job, Chantel Bennett. She was able to cut the lead to just 4 points. And it looks like the Broncos have gotten back into their full court and half court press. And going into a man-to-man defense. That was a foul by number 12, Noni Kumba. Number 14,
team 4th.
Danielle Weldon will go to the line for the Hawks.
Number 14, Danielle Weldon.
Danielle Weldon is able to make the first free throw. Unable to make the second one. Chantel Bennett will bring the ball up for the Broncos.
Chantel Bennett going to look to fasten the pace up here to try and throw the Hawks off of their game. She passes over to number 2, Michelle Gainey.
Looks like a foul was called. And number 12,
Jordan Petaway.
Jordan Petaway for the Hawks. Noni Kumba will go to the line for the Broncos.
And now Noni Kumba has the chance to bring the lead down to 3 and to potentially give the Broncos a chance to take the control of the game.
Noni Kumba's first free throw was well off of the mark. Hopefully she can adjust and make the second one. And she is able to make the second one. Broncos back down just by 4 here in tonight's match.
Hawks looking to slow down the pace here. They're kind of straying away from what they've been used to doing in today's matchup. They've had to re-strategize there for the Broncos here because it seems like the Broncos were able to kind of figure out what their strategy was going to be. So now the Hawks have slowed it down and they've figured it out. Shot clock down at 1 second. And the shot clock violation.
Very good defense by the Broncos. And you can hear the coach yelling for somebody to pick up whoever is next to you. And they were able to do that and scramble and get the Hawks to lose focus on the shot clock and get a shot clock violation and then take possession. That was a very good job by the Broncos.
Absolutely, and this is just what we talked about earlier when that shot clock came winding down. We said the Broncos have to either get the Hawks to get that shot clock violation or to get them to just throw the ball away, and they were able to capitalize there and get them to throw the ball away.
Great read! Courtney Best to her teammate Chantel Bennett for a cut to the basket. Wow, and then it looks like they're going to get a turnover out of it. They couldn't keep control, but they almost got a turnover out of their full court press. Coming in for the Hawks, number 21, Kayla Henderson.
Broncos coming away with the ball here, and the Broncos are just down by 2. Let's say the Broncos get a 3-pointer, they take the lead. Let's say they get a 2-pointer, they tie the game. The Broncos
say that again.
Let's say the Broncos get a 3-pointer, they take the lead. Let's say they get a 2-pointer, they tie the game. The Broncos have to score here on this drive.
Yes, they do. They have about 12 seconds to make something out of this possession. Chantel Bennett will drive. She's unable to convert, but
Miranda Hinton almost coming away with that steal there. Wide open, Danielle Weldon.
Wow.
Danielle Weldon left wide open there in the paint for the Hawks, as she extends the lead by 4 now for the Hawks. 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Broncos have the ball. 15 seconds left here on the shot clock. Courtney Best has it. Courtney Best goes for it. Shot no good, and the Hawks come away with the rebound. 15 seconds left to go.
Wow. Looks like another charge by Courtney Best, but they didn't call it. Chantel Bennett has just a couple seconds to get down court and get a shot off. She gives it to her teammate, Courtney Best, and she's able to make the bucket. Wow, very good job, Courtney Best.
Courtney Best comes away with the buzzer beater to close the lead down at 39-41. The Broncos are down by 2. They can come back and win it. They have done it before. They can do it again.
Very good job, Broncos, by not giving up early in that quarter because it wasn't looking very good for them. They weren't able to convert their second chance shots. They were getting the rebounds. However, like I said, they weren't able to convert, but they didn't give up. And they are back into this game down by only 2 points. Can't do math today, but 2 points. We will be back after this commercial.
Greetings, Broncos. My name is Yakima Reinhardt, and I'm the Senior Director of Alumni Affairs at Fayetteville State University. I'm also a proud Bronco and a graduate of the class of 1996. It is our 150th year, and I am excited. I'm looking forward to celebrating the tremendous legacy and indelible mark that Fayetteville State has left on the world. As we forge ahead with the work that continues to sustain our alma mater, I thank you for the role that you've played in ensuring that FSU continues to lead the way in providing a quality education for over 6,000 students per year.
And we are back. It is the fourth quarter. It is Broncos 39, Hawks 41. The Broncos have to figure out how to 1, strategize, 2, energize, 3, capitalize, take the lead, and get the game finished.
Jump ball is called.
Good defense. A jump ball was called. It looks like the Broncos will take possession.
And as we continue to talk about here, the Broncos get the possession. They have to capitalize here and put those points on the board. Once again, as we talked about earlier, they get the 3 points, they take the lead. They get the 2, they tie it up. But the Hawks were able to get possession back really quick. Ooh, great
Coker able to make a 3 from the corner.
Timeout taken by the Broncos.
We will go
Media
into
timeout.
a media timeout. Right here in the fourth quarter.
Greetings, Broncos. My name is Yakima Reinhardt, and I'm the Senior Director of Alumni Affairs at Fayetteville State University. I'm also a proud Bronco and a graduate of the class of 1996. It is our 150th year, and I am excited. I'm looking forward to celebrating the tremendous legacy and indelible mark that Fayetteville State has left on the world. As we forge ahead with the work that continues to sustain our alma mater, I thank you for the role that you've played in ensuring that FSU continues to lead the way in providing a quality education for over 6,000 students per year. Make no mistake, Broncos, our institution has come a great way, and as we march toward our sesquicentennial year, we are still forging new paths and striving toward greater heights. Whether you share your Proud to Be story via YouTube, host a Dinner with Broncos event, or join us for our sesquicentennial homecoming on October 21st, 2017, please stop by the Office of Alumni Affairs.
We are back from the media timeout. It's Broncos 39, Hawks 44. Chantel Bennett has the ball, and the Broncos are going to look to re-strategize here. Yakima Clifton puts the 2 points on the board. The Broncos are now just down by 3. The Broncos have to continuously figure out how to get those rebounds and capitalize and get those points on the board.
Great adjustment by the Broncos. It looks like the Hawks came out in a full court press, and they were able to adjust and still convert and get another turnover out of it from their aggressive defense. Very good job, Broncos.
Absolutely. Looks like the Broncos came away from that media timeout with a new strategy, and they're going to figure out how to close this game off strong, take the lead, finish it off.
A foul was called on Yakima Clifton. She was trying to come and meet the ball. Excuse me. It looks like we can hear the coach calling for a trap there in the last possession for the Broncos. So the Broncos need to be cognizant of that and make sure that they are paying attention and whipping the ball like they need to in order to protect their possession. Wow. Very good 10-footer by Diamond Crenshaw. She was being defended by Courtney Best. From Brianna to Chantel, and from Chantel to the basket. She's unable to get that layup to go, but that was a very good, strong move by her. Diamond Crenshaw looked like she was able to drive to the basket, but Brianna was there and she lost possession. The ball went out of bounds, and Broncos will take possession.
Absolutely here. The Broncos, if we had been able to capitalize on that last drive, we would have been looking now at a just 3-point differential here, but now we're still looking at 5 points away from the Hawks. The Broncos have to continuously figure out how to strategize and get those points on the board. Look at that turnover there. Possible turnover there once again by the Broncos. And that'll lead us to the jump ball. And the Hawks take possession here. This is what we just continuously talk about. The Broncos have to take possession to get those points on the board.
Yeah.
They can easily get the rebounds. They can easily get the steals, but they can't easily get the points on the board.
Yeah. Now, 2 things in the last possession. Jamisha Mosley had the ball. She was already in the paint. She could have easily went up herself, like we talked about a couple of possessions ago, instead of trying to get it to her teammate. And it's very unselfish basketball, and it's always good to see. However, in times like this, we need points on the board. The second thing that I seen, no kickball was called. And so, yeah.
It just seems like the Broncos have to figure out a way how to take advantage of just whatever is happening in the situation. If they can figure out that the refs are starting to play towards one way, they have to figure out how to take advantage of it to get those fouls up. But now we're looking now at a 7-point differential here as the Hawks continue their lead.
Aggressive putback by number 14, Danielle Weldon. And then a nice spin move by Jamisha Mosley. All right, way to channel that frustration. She'll go to the line for the Broncos and a chance to score 2 points in the free throw.
On the line shooting 2 for the Lady Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley.
She can't get the first one to fall. She still has another attempt.
Man,
Can't get either. Right.
Neither attempt's good there. We just have to work on one. I know that's been a steady thing for our past here. The Broncos have to work on their free throw percentage as well.
Brianna Jones for a three. She's able to drain the three from behind the arc. Very good job, Brianna Jones. That is her first of the night.
Broncos now able to close the lead down just by 6. But as I was talking about earlier, the free throws definitely come into play here earlier because the Broncos so far have lost just about close to 5 points just based off of missed free throws. If we were able to capitalize on those free throws and get the points in, we would be looking at a much different ball game here.
Coming in for the Chowan University Hawks, number 4, Jada Lee. And that was a very aggressive jump ball by Yakima Clifton, winning her team the possession. Brianna Jones kicks it out to her teammate Chantel Bennett, who drives and kicks it out to Courtney Best. Courtney Best unable to convert right there in the paint. Chantel Roberts will come out with a defensive board and bring the ball up for the Hawks.
The Broncos just got to figure out where their shots are. So far, it seems like we've missed some of the same shots, and we just seem to make some of the same shots. We have to figure out where we're good at on the court.
She's seen Courtney Best open for a couple of seconds. Had she got the ball out of her hand a little bit quicker, that probably would have been an easy lay-in for the Broncos. However, that was a turnover, and the Hawks will come out with the possession.
Absolutely. We just continuously can't – it just seems like we can't figure out where our great spot is, where our soft spot is, just where our comfort zone is here in this game.
Diamond Crenshaw going up against Courtney Best. Courtney Best picking up her third foul.
Courtney Best, that's her third, team second.
Diamond Crenshaw will go to the line for the
line
Hawks.
shooting 2 for the Hawks, number 24, Diamond Crenshaw.
The Broncos just got to figure out where their comfort zone is on their side of the court. It seems like we just keep missing the same type of shots, and we just can't capitalize on the possessions that we regain.
I don't know about comfort zone, but we either need to drive to the basket, take some short little 6-footers or 4-footers and get us on the board. We're only down 6 points, and we have more than enough time to come back and win the game tonight.
Absolutely, but it's just going to take a very strong strategy to be able to get the ball away from the Hawks defense.
Into the game for the Hawks, number 32, Joanne Williams.
Looks like the Hawks are laying off a little bit on their press and falling into just a man-to-man defense. Danica Lucas to Chichi M. A foul was called, and it will be on the floor. Broncos will keep possession.
Hawks foul on number 14, Danielle Weldon. That's her second, team second.
Yakima Clifton. Danica Lucas went for the rebound, and the ball was knocked out of her hand. They will keep possession here under the basket.
Just under 6 minutes to go. The Broncos are down by 7. They have to figure out how to regain possession of the ball, re-attack what the Hawks have going on. And just like it there, the Broncos unable to come away with their own rebound there. It's simple things like that that can cost us some very valuable points this late in the game. Chowan looking to slow down the pace here with just 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Right, of course they want to slow down the pace, but it's our job and our duty to make sure that we're taking care of business on offense and we're pressuring them into making turnovers or missing their shots or anything like that so that we can capitalize and do what we have to do here in these last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Foul is called there. They will go to the line for 2 more shots. But as you can see, Chowan began to slow down the pace because they want to run out the clock.
Exactly.
They know they have the lead. They're going to run down the clock as much as they can to try and throw the Broncos off of the game and make sure that they can't capitalize and regain the lead.
Exactly.
Joanne Williams.
Now at the line, Joanne Williams here for the Hawks. She will go for 2 and look to extend the lead to 9. First shot, no good.
She missed the second free throw and got her rebound, and the Hawks will keep possession.
And it just seems like a simple thing like that, the Broncos could have easily come away with the rebound and able to close this gap down. With just almost under 4 minutes left to go. The Broncos have to come away with the rebound just like that.
Very good job, Jamisha Mosley.
Jamisha going to keep it for herself. Travel.
Possession goes to the Hawks.
Wow. That was an aggressive move by her, though. Honestly, I wish I had been looking. I probably would debate that traveling call anyways, though.
It was a travel.
Just because of who I am.
That was actually a good call there by the refs. We're just now looking at 4 minutes left to go. The Broncos are down by 7. Let's see what the Broncos can do when it comes down to crunch time here in this game.
Lady Bronco foul on number 3, Jamisha Mosley. That's her
Jamisha
second.
Mosley was called for a foul.
Into the game for the Lady
Coming in now here for the Hawks, number 24, Diamond Crenshaw, and in for the Broncos, number 4, Brianna Jones, with some fresh faces coming back into the game. Let's see how this will play to each team's favor.
Get the ball, guys.
Broncos got to come away with that rebound just a little bit quicker.
Hawks foul on number 24, Diamond Crenshaw.
That was a on-the-floor foul by number 24, Diamond Crenshaw. Broncos will take the ball out from the sideline. Jamisha Mosley would drive baseline, unable to finish the layup.
Broncos just got to take advantage of some wide open, just easy shots we're missing here. It just seems like we have to figure out where our good spot is. We're missing some of the same shots, and we're not able to come back and re-strategize and figure out what we can do.
She caused a turnover. Chantel Bennett looked like she was trying to give a lead pass to Jamisha Mosley. However, Diamond Crenshaw from the Hawks was there to get the steal.
Hawks continuously slowing down the pace here once again. Going to like to wind down the clock as they still have the lead by 7. And the one thing I definitely do want to commend our Broncos on is that they were able to make sure that Chowan was not going to extend their lead as bad as they did last time. Last time the Broncos lost 73-55. The Broncos have made sure this is a close game and are able to make sure that there is still a possibility of them coming back and taking the lead and finishing off this game strong.
Brianna Jones for a 3. And it'll milk in and out of the rim. And the Hawks will take the rebound and possession. Number 4, Jetta Lee, will bring the ball up for the Hawks here in the last about 2 minutes for the matchup against the Hawks and the Broncos in Fenton J. Capel Arena, the second game of the first conference doubleheader. turnover was forced. Yakima Clifton with the ball in hand to teammate Jamisha Mosley. Tried to drive but was fouled by number 5, Mariah Coker. Jamisha Mosley will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Broncos.
Hawks foul on number 5, Mariah Coker. That's her first, team 4th. On the line shooting 2 for the Lady Broncos, number 3, Jamisha Mosley. Into the game for the Lady Broncos, number 12, Noni Kumba.
Unable to make the first free
For
throw.
the Hawks, number 32, Joanne
Jamisha
Williams.
Mosley still has a second chance at a free throw attempt. And she is able to make the second. They are now down just 6 points
Lady Broncos.
here in the last about 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Bronco fans, don't forget the Broncos will open conference play on Thursday, December 14th. Correction, Saturday.
Is a timeout. And if you want to be ahead of the game and purchase your 2018 CIAA basketball tournament tickets, you can purchase those from the Fayetteville State University ticket office. The week of basketball action will be played in the Bojangles Coliseum and the Spectrum Center from February 27th to March 3rd. General admission tickets can be purchased for $200. Call 910-672-2108 or 910-672-1724 to purchase your tickets now. We're back. Broncos are in a full court press against the Hawks.
It's currently Broncos 45.
They are trapping or trying to trap Mariah Coker.
Broncos 45, Hawks 51. The Broncos are going to look to close this gap. They're just down by 6. Can they regain the lead here?
Well, they forced the turnover, so that was a very good job. Chantel Bennett for a lay-in for the Broncos.
But as Chowan looks to run down the clock here, the Broncos have to get the ball back to try and retake possession.
Broncos back in the full court press. Timeout was called.
Timeout taken by the Hawks.
Right here is where the Broncos are going to try to dig deep. And like I said earlier, they're going to have to focus. They're going to have to bring intensity and not give up here in the last couple of minutes. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're only down 4 points.
General admission is absolutely free.
The Hawks will keep possession because they did just call a timeout. So the Hawks will take the ball out right here on the sideline. The ball is in number 4, Jada Lee's hands to Diamond Crenshaw, and a turnover was forced. Chantel Bennett has the ball being guarded by 3 jerseys from the Hawks. Noni Kumba is under the basket for a lay-in and was fouled. She will go to the free throw line for an and 1 attempt.
Great job by Noni Kumba there. The Broncos are going to look to close the lead down just by 1 point as Noni Kumba goes to the line for the +1.
The Broncos were standing on their feet for that last play. Very good job, Noni Kumba.
Possession goes to the Hawks.
Noni Kumba was off the mark for that last free throw attempt. However, they still have 1 minute and 6 seconds left here to change the fate of the last couple of minutes of the game. Diamond Crenshaw.
Don't foul.
With the game. I mean, not with the game, with the ball. I'm sorry. Mariah Coker. It's her teammate. And back to Jada Lee. Shot clock at 14 seconds. Broncos are not wanting it to foul. Back in the hands of Jada Lee. Jada Lee would drive to the basket. And she was fouled. She was fouled by number 11, Yakima Clifton.
Number 11, Yakima Clifton. That's her third, team fifth.
What the Broncos have to do here is quickly capitalize with just less than 40 seconds left to go. It's possible for them to just easily take the lead here. They just have to be able to capitalize on the rebound here in this matchup right now.
Very possible, and if not, they don't take the lead. If they don't take the lead, then they can always try to tie it up for overtime.
Hawks now have the lead by 3. And the Hawks get the lead by 4 with that made free throw. Brianna Jones going to look to close it down here for the Broncos. Brianna Jones drives back out. Courtney Best.
Courtney Best back with a rebound.
Courtney Best.
And she was able to get her rebound and then get a putback for the Broncos. The score is now 53-51. A timeout was called from the Broncos bench. When we come back from the timeout, we'll have 26 seconds remaining in the last quarter of the matchup tonight.
Broncos just got to come away with the steal here. Just less than 30 seconds to go.
Foul was called on number 11, Yakima Clifton.
That's her fourth.
Number 32, Joanne Williams, will go to the line to shoot 2. Excuse me, number 4, Jada Lee will go to the line for the Hawks to shoot 2.
The line shooting 2 for the Hawks, number 4, Jada Lee.
Jada Lee will make the first free throw, extending their lead 3 points. And she'll make the second free throw.
22 seconds left to go. The Broncos are going to try and figure out a way to close this gap. Brianna Jones looks to drive down.
She doesn't get the free throw. Jump ball between Noni Kumba and Mariah Coker. The Hawks will take possession. The score is now 51-55, 13 seconds left. The Hawks coach called a 30-second timeout. Both teams trying to get a strategy going here. We're now down 4 points. Very exciting last quarter for this matchup.
Absolutely here with the Broncos just down by 4. There's still a possibility for them to just easily, what they have to do is just take advantage, get the steal, put the points on the board. We've known that they can do it before. They can easily get the steal. They can easily get the turnover. What they have to do is get the ball in the basket. Ten seconds left to go. The Hawks have the ball, and the Hawks are just going to look to run out the clock.
Lady Bronco foul on number 4, Brianna Jones.
Number 4, Brianna Jones fouled for the Broncos. Number 4, Jada Lee will go to the line for the Hawks.
Number 4, Jada Lee.
Jada Lee capitalizing at the free throw line here for their lead for her Hawks. And she was able to make both free throws. Chantel Bennett with the ball in her hands in the last couple of seconds. She would drive straight to the basket. And she was fouled by looks like number 32.
Hawks foul on number 32, Joanne Williams.
Foul on number
That's her
32,
second.
Joanne Williams.
On the line shooting 2 for the Lady Broncos, number 14,
Chantel Bennett will shoot twice for the Broncos. Chantel Bennett able to make the first free throw. And the second free throw. Broncos back in the full court press here in the last couple of seconds. Noni Kumba able to get her hands on the ball.
Lady Bronco foul on number 4, Brianna Jones.
They are calling
That's
a
her third.
4. They are calling a 4. They are calling a foul on the Broncos number 4, Brianna Jones.
On the line shooting 2
Mariah
for the
Coker
Hawks, number 5, Mariah Coker.
will go to the line for the Hawks.
And as we literally have 0.1 seconds left on the clock, Mariah Coker will shoot the final 2 shots of today's matchup. Broncos will finish off at 53. The Hawks will finish off at 57. The Hawks will now extend to 10-1 overall, and the Broncos will go down to 4-4 overall.
And
that is ball game, 53-57. The Hawks were able to come victorious out of this tonight.
Fans, don't forget.
Stay tuned for the post-game interview as I will interview assistant coach Tyrese Brown as I will ask him the hard-hitting questions about today's matchup and how they will re-strategize and just attack themselves as they head towards Saturday's matchup against Virginia State University. Do not forget the Broncos will take on Virginia State University. Both the men and women will take on Virginia State this Saturday.
Thank you all for tuning into FSU Broncos Sports Network. Congratulations again to the Chowan University Hawks. I am Kiana Smith, and this is Brian Barber. It's been a pleasure. Again, like you said, the Broncos play next on Saturday afternoon right here in the Felton J. Capel Arena at 2 o'clock against Virginia State University. You all have a good night, and stay tuned for the post-game interview with Brian Barber and the assistant coach of the Broncos.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Brian Barber here with assistant coach Tyrese Brown. Tyrese, I do want to congratulate you guys on a very hard-fought matchup here today, and just losing 53-57 here in the final matchup. I do want to ask you, what was your mindset going into today's matchup against a team like Chowan, which you guys have played before, but knowing that they are 9-1 so far overall?
Oh, that was a tough team over there. The kids played their heart out. For one, let's give our condolences out to Coach. She couldn't be here tonight, but I know she's watching us live. We put together this game plan before she left. We just got to execute. You know, the kids played their heart out. We missed a bunch of chippers. Hats off to Chowan, though. That's a good team. They 10-1, but we're after some people. So we'll just bounce back from this, go look at some film, get in the gym, and get it back.
Absolutely. One thing I do want to commend you guys, too, is the last time you guys played Chowan was in the Thanksgiving Classic.
Yes.
And the final score was 73-55. So you guys were down by 18 once the last second hit. But today you guys were able to just close that gap down by 4 points. And it seemed like you guys were not giving up even until the last second was off.
But this team is resilient. They play hard. You know, they practice hard. They wanted to get this one for Coach. You know, they pressed hard. You know, was trying to make every shot perfect one. Missed layups. They was pressing too hard. They wanted to get it for Coach, but they played hard, you know. And our hats off to them. We just got to get in the gym. The game was from the free throw line. We went 9-19. That's what, we got to make those. It's a 4-point game. We just got to make those. The girls played hard, commend them. We got Virginia State coming in here Saturday, and they're 10-0. 9-0. So they're undefeated, so we're ready for the challenge, Chowan got away from us this time.
Absolutely. One thing I also do want to talk about, it seemed like in the very beginning, just all throughout the matchup, it was very aggressive and very fast-paced. How were you guys able to try to strategize and try and balance what Chowan was coming at you guys with?
Well, that's the way Coach practiced, so we used to it, it's always fast-paced, high-octane. Chowan, that's a good team over there. Make no excuses, hampered by foul trouble. We're ready to play with anybody. We're bouncing back from it. Chowan got one out of us. We're just ready for the next one. Hats off to them. They still put together a good game plan. We'll just be ready to bounce back. Get back in the gym, watch some film, and that's our style, to play fast-paced and high-octane. That's what we want.
Absolutely, and I do just want to congratulate you guys on a very hard-fought matchup once again. You guys will take on Virginia State University this Saturday. What can we look forward to very quickly this Saturday?
We're going to play hard. We're going to come out. We're going to play our game. We continue to gel as a team. We're getting better. Them kids, they left they heart out on the floor. They really wanted it, so they're going to be ready for Virginia State. So we're going to go back there and talk to them. Just, we got to put this one behind us. We can't hamper on it. We know where we got to fix some things at, and we'll be ready.
Absolutely. I do want to thank you once again for joining us here on FSUBroncos.com. Stay tuned for this Saturday as both the men and women will take on Virginia State University here at home. I want to thank you once again for doing the interview.
Thank you.
And thank you
Great
for
job.
a very hard-fought matchup.
Okay. Thank you.